Welcome to this Throat Chakra Yin practice. My name is Cindy and I will be your guide today. All the postures chosen for this Yin practice today will focus on the throat chakra. Props needed today are 2 blocks and possibly a bolster, so grab your mat and let's get started. Let's start our practice off today by taking a few deep breaths together. Finding a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. And when you're ready, go ahead and close down the eyes. Start by taking deep inhales through the nose, exhaling all the air out. Continuing with that pattern of breathing, inhaling through your nose, exhaling out the mouth. Throat chakra, which is known as the upper chakras, including the third eye and the crown, are considered to be the spiritual and metaphysical energy centers. Ancient mystics also refer to this chakra, when healthy, as the mouth of God. This chakra is located in the throat, but is also associated with the mouth, tongue, neck, ear, and thyroid. Completing one more final breath together before we start. And when you're ready, if you're sitting on a block, go ahead and remove it, but remain in a seated position where we'll move off to our next pose, which is gentle neck stretches. There's a few ways you can get into this stretch. The first is just by simply bringing the left ear to the left shoulder, allowing the neck to open up on its own. Extending the right hand out long to the side. Also by bringing the left hand up to the head, gently guiding the neck open, not forcing it. Or you can take both of your blocks, stacking them long ways on top of each other, allowing the elbow to rest on the blocks, having the head rest in the palm of the hand. This is a great way to allow the neck to just gently open on its own. If your throat chakra is overactive, you find yourself being overcritical, possibly judgmental of others, and may express this by gossiping. Also, you'll talk nonstop, being extremely loud. You may even shout. Your mode of communication may be domineering, leading you to talk over people and dominate the conversations. Slowly start coming out of the pose, bringing your head to center. Shrugging the shoulders up and down. As we move off to the next side, if you're using the blocks, bring them over to the right side. Setting up for the pose, allowing the neck to just gently open up on its own. No particular breath is needed in these poses, just making sure that your inhales and exhales are equal length. With an underactive throat chakra, you are likely to suppress your feelings and be fearful to speak your truth. You may be shy and stumble over your words, possibly even stutter. You may also struggle with owning your creativity and feeling an artistic block, suppressing your ideas and insights. Backing out of the pose slowly, bringing the head to neutral, rolling the shoulders one way, then reversing it to the other way. Moving off to our next pose, which is eagle arms. You'll take your left arm out in front of you at a 90 degree, then allowing the right arm to wrap underneath. If you have the availability in your hands, clasping the palms together. But if you don't, just allow the hand to go where it goes. If this is too much on your shoulders, you're welcome to take each hand and allow them to rest on the opposite shoulder. Once you've chose the pose that works best for your body, go ahead and dip the chin, allowing to feel a nice stretch on the back of the neck. And as you hold this pose, I want you to think on the following reflection question. Are you open, honest, and clear in all of your communication? Hold the pose. Gently start coming out of the pose. I always think it feels nice to bring the hands behind, allowing your chest and throat to open up in a baby back bend. Start backing out of this pose as we move off to the next side, bringing the right arm out in front at a 90 degree, wrapping the left arm underneath, possibly clasping the hands or resting opposite hands on opposite shoulders. This time, instead of dipping the chin, I want you to allow the chin to open up by reaching the chin upward. And as you hold this pose, I want you to think on the following reflection question. Do you know when to speak and when to remain silent? Start coming out of the pose slowly, taking a quick forward fold, walking the hands out in front of you, allowing the head and neck to relax. We start backing out as we move into our next pose, which is my favorite pose, supportive fish. I have two variations for you. The first is by using the bolster, placing it at your lower back, and allow your body to fold over the bolster. Legs can remain bent or long, whatever feels good on your lower back. Arms can be at a T or up overhead, finding whatever works for your body. Variation is a deeper stretch, so if you need a little more, move your bolster out of the way, grab both of your blocks, placing one block long ways and the other block above that, side to side. Both blocks are in a shape of a T. The best way to come into this is to have the bottom block in between your shoulder blades, and the top block will support your head. Pressing into the feet, lifting the hips to situate the blocks in the proper position. And then when you feel it most comfortable for you, then you can either have the legs remain bent or long, arms at a T. Once you're settled into this pose, I want you to think on the following question. Do you tune in to your body, mind, and soul to know what is your truth? Mindfully start backing out of this pose, being extremely mindful, especially if you're using the blocks. It's very intense. I like to press into my feet, lifting my hips and sort of rocking side to side on the block to massage in between my shoulder blades. And when you're ready, go ahead and dip your chin, bringing your hands to your side and lifting up. Start moving your props off to the side. Keeping one block with you, we're going to come into a supportive bridge pose. So come to your back, placing the block underneath your tailbone. Your feet can remain on the mat with your legs bent, or for more of a deeper stretch, you can stretch your legs out long. And for an even more intense stretch, you can allow your arms to stretch over your head. But remembering our rule in yin not to feel any numbness, pain, or tingling, This is pretty intense, so if you feel any of that, make sure to back out. Whatever form your body is calling you to take, go ahead and settle in now. And our question to reflect on while holding this pose will be, can you see the connection between creativity and your unique spirit? Coming out of the pose, I always think it feels nice to bring my knees into my chest and rock side to side to allow the block to massage the lower back. Seeing the feet on the mat, lifting the hips and removing the block. Move off into our spinal twist, so shift your hips to the left, allowing the knees to fall off to the right. Hands can be wherever's most comfortable for you, whether that be at a T or cactusing them above your head. Neck can be wherever's most comfortable as well, whether it be straight or looking off to the opposite side. As you're in this pose, I want you to think, how can you be more creative in your life? Start coming out of the pose now, bringing the knees in towards the chest, rocking side to side, gentle massage for the lower back. And when you're ready, go ahead and shift the hips off to the right, allowing the knees to fall off to the left. Arms and neck wherever's most comfortable for you. Our last reflection question is, do you allow yourself to express yourself creatively in some form? Backing out of the pose, bringing the knees in towards the chest. Another gentle massage for the lower back. Moving into our final pose now, Shavasana. So this can look differently for everyone. Whatever your favorite Shavasana pose is, go ahead and set up for that. There's no right or wrong way. Today I'm going to use all my props, the block and the bolster. Since I used the block for supportive fish, this time I'm going to use the bolster. And I'm also going to take each block and place them under each foot and allow my body to fold over my bolster. But whatever you choose, go ahead and arrive. Closing down the eyes or softening the gaze, whatever feels most comfortable for you. No particular breath, just allowing your inhales and exhales to be equal. And just notice how you feel now versus when you started this practice. There's no right or wrong feeling for this, just notice, don't judge. Today's Shavasana reading is going to come from The Tao of Joy Every Day by Derek Lin. The Tao today. Inner silence. When the mind talks too much, it ends up saying nothing meaningful. That is why we must guide it towards saying less and less until it is no longer compelled to say anything at all. That is when we will hear the wordless communication of ultimate meeting and silent connection to the Tao. Bringing your awareness back to your body as you wiggle your fingers and your toes. Might feel nice to take a full body stretch here. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and meet off on our favorite side. As you're here, I want you to think on this quote by Buddha. Words have the power to both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change our world. Now start moving up into a seated position. Eyes remain closed, hands at heart center. Or we'll take one final breath together. So go ahead and inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhaling all the air out. I want to thank you for sharing your yin practice with me today. I hope this practice will help you with your communication and knowing when to speak and when to be silent. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Make sure to check out my chakra playlist for more chakra content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.